Okay, so the plan today is we're gonna chill for a bit. I got a little bit of like animation cleanup to do, and like 2 shots to re-render, and then after I've done that, I can get started on some more shots. Hi Sulfur. Hi EY. You passed out at like 6 p.m. and just woke up, so you're not sleeping tonight? Well, fucking great. That's a good reason for me to keep going for longer than like 40 minutes. So that's hell yeah. Okay, so I have this shot basically redone. There's like a little bit that I want to tweak with this shot right here, which starts at 200, and I don't remember how long it goes for, so I'll have to look that up real quick. Your script thing didn't work. That's because I changed the title of the stream after I started stream. Intro sequence notes and then the frame numbers. It's such a good thing that I wrote these down. This is shot 5, I think. I think that's shot 5. Yes, that's shot 5, which is 44, so that's going until 244, I believe. But it's 201 here. Okay, so the hair I don't need. Let's do the body here. Am I on? Yeah, okay, so the main action right here, I think. Yeah, there you go, okay. How the fuck do you say Feier properly in German? The way I just said it, Feier. Hi, Edson. Yeah, so I think I wanted to hold this down pose a little bit longer. Yeah, okay, so the 2 things I wanted to tweak about this is I wanted the exhale to be a bit sharper, like a little bit snappier, and hold this pose for longer. Which means I need the face as well. I might need the limbs too. Does it actually have anything that has like changed? Does it look like it on my second monitor here? How goes the goofy 3D guy moving? I just started, but I've got some pretty cool shit so far. Strawberry Jam is a banger, like the whole mod. You mean? Like, of course it is. What do you want? Oh, of course it is. Right, okay, so I have... I'm not sure what these are. Okay, that's face stuff. What's this? That's also face stuff, but also... So this is mainly the body, right? I guess I'll just move like... So that's the cheeks. I guess I'll move like this, like 2 frames. Okay, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no music. Let's say I want to hold the eyebrows down a little bit longer. So let's... Boom. Okay, that looks weird for some reason. It looks like Mm-hmm. Let's grab this one again. That looks good to me. I owe you moral compensation for telling you to listen to it. No. No. Absolutely fucking not. What's your beef? Like, literally, what's your beef with Oliver Tree? For real. If anything, you owe me moral compensation for telling me to listen to David Bowie. 90% of his music is shit. I shouldn't have said that. But you get my point. What's the point of shitting on people's music tastes? Come on, man. Unfollow. Yeah, fuck you, bitch. I never liked you anyway. Fuck you. I think that's better. Has a little bit more power behind it. So now, what I want to be doing is, well, the background I can probably keep, because the background didn't change. So for this shot, I can probably get away with just rendering the character out again. So let me see. The thing itself, this is shot 5. It's gonna be char_color. OpenEXR half RGBA, I think. That should be the way I've done it with all of them so far, I believe. This is the Medj secret asshole vid, right? No, this is the Medj kickglitch video. I don't have enough knowledge about Mirror's Edge to make the secret asshole video yet. Like, there's lots of secret assholes in Mirror's Edge, but I don't know about enough of them to make a video about it. Here we go. Maxwell has been pet. So intro sequence. Wait, these are project files. 03, intro sequence, and then shot 05. Alright, this is EXR. This is EXR. Oops. Yeah, all of those are EXR with alpha channel. Okay, so that's correct. Used for rendering, yep. That's all good. No HDRI on here. So if I switch to the rendered view, that looks correct. Output looks fine. View layer looks fine. 2D effects, I guess. In this case, I don't need it because these shots don't have any 2D effects on them. I just want to double check that everything here looks correct-ish. And environment, let's see, yeah, is turned off for use for rendering. So that means if I go into the compositing tab now, would you like to discover all of the Medj assholes to one day be able to make a Medj secret asshole video? One day, yeah. 2D effects. So let's turn that off for now, since I don't need it for this one. And then change this to 05 here. And that should be okay. So the regular output here, just double check for war already. Output, that's in shot, yeah. So now, just render that. And that should do its thing. I could double check as it's doing stuff here. I kind of wish your old Windows Explorer had like a thumbnailing preview of this. I need to figure out a better default app for putting up EXR files. Can the regular... Ugh, okay, this is annoying. It doesn't show up here. Can I look for like Windows apps? Cool, awesome. Windows Photo Viewer, maybe? No? No? Imaging devices? That's not it. Imaging devices control panel, yeah, that is not what I was looking for. But it's photo viewer, what? Okay. I wonder if it's going to work with PureRef. Oh, it actually kind of does. That's pretty interesting, actually. YR.exr files? EXR files are like, kind of like a better version, like a better PNG. It's also lossless compression, but the file sizes tend to be smaller than PNG files. They're kind of like PNG, but better in that sense. The only downside I've found with EXR files so far is that when I import them into Resolve, I have to put a lookup table on them so that the colors are like correct, which is kind of annoying, but that is a minor inconvenience. Though it is enough of an inconvenience that it doesn't quite work on like the background, so I still use PNGs for the backgrounds, because the lookup table to convert EXR to like, what was it? It's like linear to sRGB, which is the lookup table I'm using, which gets it like the closest to what it actually looks like, but it's like not quite there, and I want the colors to be accurate when for whatever I'm like importing. And I don't need to do that with PNGs. So for the background, which has like more color and stuff, that needs to be, you know, that like, since it's all pre-rendered, like I don't want to like put a lookup table on it that makes the colors like close but not quite, you know. So I still use PNGs for the backgrounds, but like for the character and everything, where I have like all of these individual passes, and I can like, and I'm specifically setting up in such a way that I can adjust the colors in any way I want, and I can adjust the lighting in any way I want. That makes it, you know, a much better idea to use EXR files. IMO. What did I want to check? Yeah, I want to see if I can, if like this, what's this app? Where is this app? What is this app called? It's called Photos, probably. Yeah, awesome. I love when Windows apps just like hide themselves on where they're installed. That's so dope and awesome. It really is super weird that It just doesn't have like the regular ass Photos app on here. It's like, how does Windows not know that an EXR file is an image? What if I look in the Microsoft store and I just look for photos? Like, will that work? Like just this? Is it gonna require it? Oh, fuck you. Open. Bro. Are you kidding me right now? This is actually the worst thing ever. I'm about to like install an open source like photo viewer. Because this is so annoying. Okay, so that's all rendered out. Let me just check the footage real quick, just to see if it looks correct. Can you see in Task Manager where the exe is coming from? That is a good idea, actually. Let's see. Photos. Photos.exe. Go to open file location. Yeah, it's in the Windows apps folder, which I can't access for whatever reason. So that's cool. Do you produce music? No, but I'd like to. I'd like to be able to make music. That'd be super awesome and epic style. I'll skip that one for now. I recommend. I mean, I imagine it's really fun and awesome. We could do it together. Would you teach me? Would you teach me how to use Reaper to make music? Because I don't wanna buy FL Studio or anything. Reaper, hell nah, then I'm not. Alright. What was I looking for? I guess well, in theory, right? I'm gonna mute this for now. Now, is this correct? I think it is. The change is so subtle that I'm like, I barely even notice. Well, I'm noticing mainly because the hair is different. Like the way the hair is moving. It's moving a lot more. Yeah. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell, like, with this on its own. I wonder. Hello, butt pocket. It took me way too long to realize that wasn't a real cat. How the what? How does that look like a real cat? It is like low poly and like rotating. Okay, there you go. That is the incorrect shot. Why am I here? Oh, I just reset everything. That's so cool. I love that my editing software just did that. That's cool and awesome. Yay. I don't like that. I really don't like that it just did that. Ah, whatever. Can I, like... slightly better? At least the playback is smooth. FL Studio Free allows you to fully use it, but you can't open project file. Yeah, so like you basically can't use it on any project that you ever want to like work on for more than like one day. Who cares? I care. I want to like export the shit that I make. You could export what you have and then add to it. That sounds so ass. What if I want to go back to the thing I've made and edit it? Then I have to go through like 15 different project files? That's like so ass. Export all stems then? Why would I want to do that? That's like you're making the every single sentence you say makes you realize makes it sound extra worse. Hello, Holosnip. Yeah, both of those sound ass. I don't want to do that. Like I don't want to pay $80 for a software that I'm probably barely gonna use ever, and I also don't want to go through like the most horrible software usage experience that you've just described. Both of those options are terrible. Just do X. No, that's horrible. Well, then just do Y. No, that's equally horrible. You got an album coming out tomorrow? I didn't think. What the fuck? There's no point arguing with these people. Waste of time. Waste of time. Okay. Oh, there's a child. What keyboard is that? This is a Keychron V1. It is a 75% keyboard. The keycaps are from like a group buy that ended decades ago, and the switches are JWK semi-silence. Okay, so shot 6 is re-rendered. I think the tweaks are done. Now let's do the same for shot 2? Shot 2, yeah. Shot 2, which starts at 1 and ends at 101. Yeah, it's a really nice sounding keyboard. I really like. In fact, I've actually used a few of the sounds from the keyboard in videos I've made, which is pretty neat. All right, good night, Rodko. Have a good night. Go eat me. Okay, so I don't think I even need to muck with any of this. I just need to change this to shot 2, and then we're chilling, right? Just change where this exports to, because the view layer is all the same, the animation is all the same. I just need to trust myself that I did this correctly. Yeah, OBS crashed. I don't know why. I just heard the Windows error sound, and then I was like, uh-oh. Why did I just hear OBS? Why did I just hear Windows error sound? And then I saw OBS's kill. No. Alright, so now we wait and hope. If you hear a child fucking screaming in the background, by the way, I'm sorry, I can't do anything about it. I hate children. I hate children. I hate children so damn much. By the way, do you still, like, is the, like, rain sound still showing up? Because I'm confused by my audio mixer on OBS right now. Throw the child out the window, wish I could. That was a joke. That was a joke. Yeah, for some reason, hang on. Oh, wait. Or is it because I just launched OBS in safe mode? Okay, I'll just turn on, like, desktop audio. I think that might be a thing. I think it's possible that the, like, application audio capture doesn't work in safe mode. So we'll just go with regular ass desktop audio. That's fine. That's fine. Now you can hear the rain. It's back! Okay. This still looks correct, I think, I hope, I hope. Let's take a quick look. O2. Yeah, the timestamps look correct here. Wow, that's so awesome. Let me go ahead and... Oops. Boop. And back to Blender here. Boom. Okay, but... this really makes me want to, like... see if there's, like, an open source photo viewer or something. Like a super lightweight one that I can, yeah, a lightweight versatile image viewer. rerendering, I think, I is a familiar name. Just 6 megs? Okay. All releases. Interesting. Honestly, maybe I'll just get rerendering. No. No. Sure? Oh, look at that. Okay, hang on. Do you want to associate extensions with rerendering or optional? Is EXR anywhere? Wait. Not for Win 1011? Okay. Alright. Okay, let's see if I can now do a silly little open with and always use rerendering for EXRs. Can't load plugin EXRDLL. Please install or update plugins from the OrphanView homepage. Okay. So I need an a plugin for it. Plugins. To download plugins, see below. A wall of text. Oh, awesome. Okay, for real, this might be like the worst way to write any sort of instructions. Like, how to install OrphanView plugins. Download plugins, see below, and it's just like, below is the entire page. It's like... like, it's like an instruction telling you to look at the screen. Like, oh, bro. Okay, so download plugins. So that is, I'm assuming that's a thing? Or am I tripping? Okay, let's just look for EXR. Right here, this one. Can I, like, open it? Bruh. Oh, IV formats. Oh, okay. So just this, and that contains multiple plugins, or just one plugin that... Okay. I am going to assume I'll have to place that in like a plugins folder of some kind. So let me do that. Open file location right here. Bruh. Open file location right here, plugins. CRW. README. I guess I'm just gonna drop everything in here. Screw it. Please, dude. Okay. Are you... You're joking. You are joking. The one file I need... Unspecified error? I'm gonna scream. Are you fucking kidding me right now? The one fucking file I need. The one plugin I need. I fucking hate you. I hate you with every single fiber of my being. Why would you fucking do this to me? Why? Do I need to extract it first? That doesn't make any sense, but I'll extract it first, I guess. It literally can't even fucking extract it. Are you actually fucking kidding me? Extract all. I am in awe. I am in absolute awe that this is the only fucking file that it's just unable to... Why? Holy shit. Okay. Can I just get... Okay, so why, like it just says it has it. Like it just says it exists. Is Windows Defender blocking? I don't even fucking know if I have Windows Defender active. Yeah, I don't fucking know. Maybe this one. This one's shady as fuck. Dude, I'm actually gonna scream. IV478 plugins. Oh god. Oh god, dude. Installation successful. Okay, so now it's there. Cool. Fantastic. I guess that did it, I hope. Alright, let's try. Let's try. Rendered footage, intro sequence. Shot 02. Color. The plugin is disabled. Okay. You can enable the plugin, help install plugins. Okay. Why in help? Oh god. Sick, dude. What a great software experience. What a fantastic software experience. I literally just want to like look at an EXR file. Like it's not that deep, bro. Why is it doing this to me? Is it trying to like it's not trying to like open a web page or anything? I'll try again. Or hang on. Maybe it's because I opened it from a file. Okay, installed plugins. Let's try that again. Okay. EXR DLL. Enable that. Now. Not a valid EXR file? Fucking excuse me? I wish this program had a throat so I could punch it. Holy shit. What the hell? Not a valid EXR file? Dude, it was created by a program and a different program can read it just fine. Why is this one being so bitchy? I'm uninstalling and like fuck you. I'm uninstalling this program. It like straight up does not work. Cool. Good to know. That was a waste of time. Sick. Let's try a different one. What was the other one that I was looking at? And image glass. This one looks like at least slightly more. Bro is beefing with an image format. Dude, it's fucked up. I'm getting trolled. Getting actively trolled by open source developers. Okay, let's grab this one. What is Maroon? Maroon 4? The prequel? Real? Let's see. Okay, those are the requirements. Where is the download? From the Microsoft store? From the Microsoft? If you prefer to use image class store. What? I would. I'm gonna just do it the old school way. You can even get it from Winget. That's cool. Yeah, that's fine. Probably. Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. What? But I already, what? Do I not have the .NET runtime? Oh, whoops. Okay, sure, I'll do that one too. This is entirely way too much effort. Like, this is entirely too much time and effort that I'm spending and expending to look at, just to quickly look at an EXR file. Like, this is actually... Software should not be this way. Just software should never be this way. Okay, image class. Do it worky? Hi, Nex. Oh my god. Okay, yes. English has the display language. Standard. A professional user. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, that's fine. No, not really. I'm just hoping that it can open EXR files. Okay, it does not. Okay, so I have to find it. I have to find image class. Please work. I beg. I beg. I beg. I beg. Oh my god, it works. Okay, the colors are all whacked out, but that's fine. Yeah, that's not a big deal. Now the question is, how quickly does it launch? Okay, that's not the worst. It's a bit slow, but sure. It at least lets me, like, browse through them like this. So that's fine. But I don't need any of these, like, editing options, if we're being real. I just need to look at it. Does everyone have 2,000 copies of the .NET runtime, or does it get deleted every time some program asks for it? I have no idea. Haha, it's your fault. It's your fault, Sulfur. Get trolled. Get trolled. Alright. Yeah. Okay. So now, Oh, it automatically updated it. That's pretty coolio. So the finger fidgeting is in there now. Let me see if I can do it. I don't know if that's gonna be distracting at all, or if it just like looks kind of weird. The nice thing is, ambient noise goes really hard, might steal it. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I found also that like for the VODs after the fact, this might be a little bit nicer than like just complete silence, because I would listen, you know, I listen to music usually, and that gets muted for the VOD, so like I don't get stuck. And it feels a little bit awkward watching the VODs with complete silence, so like a little bit, at least a little bit of ambient noise is probably nice. Zweem, do you still do 2D shit? It kind of depends on what you mean by 2D shit, in the sense that like for this project specifically, yeah, there's like 2D parts of it, like for example these like smears and like particle effects on here, those are 2D. If you're asking about like full-on 2D animation, not really, I guess. It's been a while since I've done like full-on 2D character animation and stuff like that. I guess probably the crouch kick video was like the last time I had like a 2D representation of my character. Yeah, the crouch kick video is probably like the last time I drew a 2D version of my character and animate it, sort of. Oh yeah, also, I think I wanted to also tweak the smears, in particular, like this. These smears don't look great. They look a little bit, I don't know, they don't really work that well for me. So one thing I might want to do is study Arcane's 2D effects and see what they look like, just like frame through them if there's like something I can find. You're just used to 3D at this point, which is totally fine. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Though I mean, I did draw my character to like make this model, right? Like I made a reference sheet. So I did draw my character there. That's 2D. You like that character? Thank you. Yeah. I'm very happy with like how this character and like the rig and everything has turned out. And I think it's significantly more usable than the rig I had previously, that I have in the air strafing video. Yeah, I wanna like see if I can just like 2D effects. See what that shit look like. Oh, I was also thinking, how I wanted to, like, at what stage I want to do like the 2D effects. Wait. Does Arcane have any good, like, smear frames? It does not look like it. Long gray hair, whinier voice, also nerd emoji. Well, those are your words, not mine. All right. So I'm guessing in Arcane they practically did it before the rendering stage, and they did it in like a completely different program as well. I think they did that, like they rendered out like basically like the unlit footage first, so that the 2D effects artists could like draw on top of that shot. With Adobe Animate, I would assume Arcane 2D effects real. Wait, oh my god. Okay. Yeah, so like this is kind of the stuff. Yeah, this is kind of like the interesting part. So I'm assuming it would probably make a lot of sense to do it this way too. And basically use the unlit shot as a reference, as like color reference, and then like in compositing adjust the colors to whatever I need them to be. So at that point the question is, because I do want to do it with grease pencil at the end of the day. I think I could do it in Krita after the fact, but I think the advantage of doing it in grease pencil in Blender is that tracking stuff to characters or like to the camera movement is way easier and not at all manual. Right. That's really interesting. Like when you look at this is like super like rough around the edges and everything, but it moves so quickly that it doesn't really register almost. Oh yeah, this is the type of shit I want to do. Like these sort of like lines. This is like almost like a smear frame type beat. But I think what's interesting in this case is that this is specifically a different color from the boots, which I think is interesting. And there's smoke here. Yeah, let's see if there's any, like... Basically, what I'm looking for, any, like... footsteps. They don't have really anything on their footsteps or anything. Dust, kind of. And smear frames. Okay, those crystals were all 3D. Oh, wait, I think this might actually be totally it. Okay. Yeah, I think this is what I find really interesting is they apparently, so they're using the unlit shot as a base reference for the colors, and then adjusting in value. From there. And then you have that on a separate layer, and then you can effectively... You can almost go through the same compositing process for the whole, like for the 2D effects as well, as you're doing for 3D layers. I also think it's interesting how these like smear lines are like on the arm a lot longer, like, well, like it's stationary here for a few frames too, which I think is really interesting. Okay, looking at these two frames, you can tell, like, they manually tracked this in after the fact, because there's like a little bit of, it's like not quite perfect. Like on this frame, you can even see like that there's a little bit of the hand peeking through right here, which isn't peeking through on this frame. So like, they did it like super duper manually. And then there's this frame. Okay. This is interesting because they're also using the color of the tattoos and everything here, I think. This is mostly like dark lines on here, and then bright lines on where it's... I might try this look. Just like very thin lines, but very thin but dense lines. I think that looks pretty cool. But wait, this is actually way closer to what I was going for at the very beginning. This is totally it, actually. Okay, so this is effectively only for one frame, drawing on top of the entire shape and sort of distorting it, both towards the front and the back. And it's like absolutely using the unlit. Okay. I think this is how I want to do it, for sure. I'm gonna screenshot this frame real quick. Boom. Let me just like throw this in here somewhere. Okay, Clutch PhD. Yeah, just put it in the mood board, I guess. Spear. Alright. In fact, maybe I can find some other frames. This one too. This is so fun to frame through, by the way. I'm just letting you know, I'm having a great time just like framing through this reel. Oh yeah. This too, right here. Yeah, this sort of stuff is super interesting because it's like actually distorting the actual shape of the character. which is really interesting. Like, there's parts of the background where the character should be and parts of the character where the background should be, so it's like moving that around. And I wonder if that's all just... I actually wonder, like, in this case, I wonder how much of this is drawn on top and how much of this is, like, manipulation of the actual, like, rendered, like, 3D character. Like, I would assume for, like, this sort of stuff, like the bendy fingers and stuff, they manipulated the actual layer of the rendered character. And then there's probably, like, other stuff on top, drawn on top. Interesting. I don't think I necessarily need to go that hard, like actually manipulating and distorting the actual character layer, but for stuff like... Yeah, I'll grab all of these frames, honestly. Just yoink them all. Do we have anything here? No, they just blurred the hell out of this shot for, like, that impact. That's cool. Oh, hang on. Is there anything on here? Nope. Not on this one, it looks like. I wonder how they made, like, how, they go about, like, making the decision of, like, when and when not to use smear frames as, like, a 2D effects type thing. Do you know how to use After Effects and shit? Yes. I have used After Effects pretty extensively before, but I don't anymore because I don't use Adobe products anymore. Oh, right, they did this a lot. Like basically doing, like, an extra... like, very harsh light on the 2D effects pass. Oh, just like this. So these are also smears. In fact, I might even yoink this one as well. Because one thing I'm noticing is that with these smears, you have these gaps, right? It's not like one consistent shape, right? You have, like, either these little splotches or you have these gaps that are sort of, like, giving it a more interesting shape. And I'm trying to understand a little bit, like, why? Like, it looks cool. And maybe it's like, maybe that's all there is to it. But it also doesn't seem like it has... It doesn't seem like it has, like, more, like, it breaks up more towards the end. It kind of does. But I think that's more so the shape than, like the actual distribution of, like, filled in to not filled in. I really want to do, like, VFX shit in the future. I mean, why in the future? Start now. You can do hella VFX shit with Blender and Fusion and DaVinci Resolve. You need camera, Blender, DaVinci Resolve. You got everything you need. And time, of course. And time is honestly sometimes the hardest one to come by, which is annoying. That's a very iconic one. Dude, these kind of like really big like smoke and dust clouds. I wish I could like draw shit like that. That's still one of those things that like totally eludes me. Because the thing is, 2D FX in an animation like this, I think most 2D FX artists, I think they animate straight ahead. And I feel like they just have like a completely intuitive like sense for this type of stuff, which I just do not have at all. Like I do not at all intuitively understand how smoke moves through the air. Like I do not know what like, I don't know shit about fluid dynamics, if you get what I mean, you know? But honestly, maybe they don't either, or maybe they've just like they probably have just acquired that intuitive feel for it over many years of practice and training and studying. Fluid dynamics bangs. Hell yeah! Shout out fluid dynamics, bro. Okay, so these are some really good frames to use as reference. I think these two are big. I really want to try and do this. The thing I do need to figure out though is how am I gonna get the unlit shot in Blender? Like, I can see the material color, but nothing else, and being able to pick the color from there. That is, I'm gonna have to figure that shit out. So, yeah, if you now look at this in comparison, it's like, yeah, it's a little goofy in comparison. So let's see if we can get a little bit closer to what this looks like. So I don't need that. I'll keep that open in the background. I'll close this. Okay, so hang on. We're gonna be at shot 6, I believe. Which starts at 301 and ends somewhere here. 338, I think, is correct, I believe. But let's just double check to be sure. In fact, I can probably, in here, shot 6, just see how many frames we have. 338, yeah. Why is this in, no, I want this in a list. What the hell? Okay, so let's go back into the 2D FX here. So this is what we have right now. You know, on its own, at least like the like dust on the ground looks kind of cool. So that's pretty neat. There's also, I'm trying to think, because I remember hearing they animated most of the 2D stuff on 12 FPS, while all the 3D stuff runs at 24. Okay, so now this is confusing. Okay, this shot is hella confusing actually, because okay, so okay, just so you understand my confusion right now, I'm gonna make a noise every time I like just take a look at, keep an eye on like this like little flame as it comes up. I'm just gonna audibly, like, just so you hear when we go forward a frame. That is neither 12 nor 24 FPS, but something in between. Because if it was 12 FPS, then it would hold for one frame, and then move for one frame, and then hold for one frame, and then move for one frame, and then hold for one frame, and so on. But there are some times, right, like right here, where it moves for 2 frames. And then also, like, this moves on this frame, this moves on that frame. This moves on this frame, this moves on that frame. So, like, they're not synced up at all. It's just so weird. It's just so weird. I don't understand. In motion, you're probably not gonna see it. 18. It's more than 12, less than 24. I don't know if we can make a statement on how long exactly. It doesn't really matter, but it's like, it's not 12. And a lot of this most of this does look like it's 20. Okay, no. This isn't even like... This isn't even like a 12 FPS versus 24 FPS thing. They animated all of this shit in Adobe Animate, right? So, the scene they had is a 24 FPS. Sometimes they animate on 1s and sometimes they animate on 2s. I don't know why I'm making this so complicated in my head. Yeah, they varied it. But not like on a scene-by-scene basis, I think just on a what looks good in motion for that specific moment type way. So, I'll keep it at... I guess I'm animating at 30 FPS, since I'm making YouTube video and I'm gonna mix it, like, intercut it with gameplay footage, so it's gonna, like, switch back and forth between 60 and 30 FPS. So, technically speaking, I actually have it worse than the arcane animators. My job is actually harder than the arcane animators because I have to animate, I have more frames. I have 8 more frames that I have to draw. Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna activate Zwij here. Boom. Boom. Disable it in the render, such that we're to render this frame out, only the 2D FX would be there. Now, can I, in the material preview right here, so I know you can do some shit like this, right? Wait. There's like different like fake HDRIs you can put in here. But can I say I don't want any? Say strength. Huh? Fire color. Render. Oh, wait. Diffuse. Yes. Yes. This is actually exactly and precisely what I want. Hell yeah. That means I probably also want to do this one too. Right? Or is that going to be too confusing? Oh god. It's definitely making the dust on the floor a little bit harder to see for me right now. Maybe. I might want to do this on a case-by-case basis. I think in this case, for the dust it makes sense to have the background. For the smears it doesn't really. So now it's empty. My candy bag is empty. I'm gonna cry. Shit my pants maybe too. Okay. Right, so we have the 2D FX plane right here. I guess in this case, maybe I'll make a new workspace for myself here real quick. Based on 2D animation right here. I'll just rename it to 2DFX. Whoops. And then this one, no scene world. Diffuse color. Alright, that's all I need. Right there. Where's my pen? I have one here, but that one's charging. Where's the other one? Right there. I found it. My funny little glove too. Okay. So I definitely don't want this, I don't want that. I practically want no overlays at all, if possible. Okay, nice. We have layers for this too. That's awesome, hell yeah. Okay, so let's ignore the dust for now and just redo the smears, I guess. So let's see. Do I want to put... You know what I'm gonna do? Oh, actually? God damn it. It can't find a pure ref. This is the worst day of my life. Oh, hang on. If I show in System Explorer and into attachments right here. Right. One sec. And then I open with. Choose another app. Where's pure ref? It should show up here. There it is. That way I can look at this, and I'm gonna grab this one and that one. Which other frames do I want to have a look at? I think I want to have a look at this one. And this one right here. Actually, that one's a little bit better. I feel like a real dude. The fact that I'm doing this makes me feel like a real artist right now. Like, holy shit, I'm pulling up reference in pure ref. Holy shit. Where do I want to place this? I am going to place this right here. And I think I'm gonna primarily look at this one for now. Oh, I think this one. Oh, also, I need to start my driver first. And then also, I'm gonna cause Blender to crash by merely touching it. Okay, it still doesn't work because it's out of power. But I'm gonna do it with the other one. I'm gonna do it with the other pen. Check this shit out. Check this out. Boom. Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. There it is. Yeah, Blender 4.3. I don't have that one anymore. There you go. Okay, I have the secondary Blender window open on my second monitor, but I don't think that is a big deal right now. But I can minimize it, that's fine. Cool. Okay, let's have a look. Delete everything here. And I think now a big question is, how am I gonna grab, like, if I want to smear the skin, right? This is the color, but can I yoink it from here? Oh my god, I can! Hell yeah! I fucking love Blender. Holy shit! I just need to go into draw mode. And we're chilling. Oh, this is so awesome. This is fucking great. So let's see. Now that I have that. Let me just like put a marker here. Whoops, whoops, whoops. And that's about where that ends. So that's about the motion of the face itself. And that's like as far as it goes. That's like the furthest it'll go. So maybe this should go on its own layer. Just as a sort of, as a guideline. So let's actually, let me try that. Let me make a new layer first. Call this one smear guides. This is what Onion's getting. Oh. Oh. I see. Okay, so let's draw one right here. Although, let me make a quick new material right here. Marker red. Just like a red sort of marker color so that I can see what I'm doing. So we go from here to here. That's where that goes. This to here. And this is the sort of curve we have. And so that is like sort of the shape that we're coming from the last frame. And like that sort of like downwards arc is the motion that we're doing. So now we go back onto our smears layer. We use smear skin. And let's put that one over top of that. And then see what we're gonna do with it. Let's try and just like get a general shape going, like something like this maybe. And just fill that in. I guess I don't have to be super clean about it right here. And so now from here, I think I want to add just a few extra lines. Alright, so something like that. Alright, so we don't have... I think that's immediately way better. Like even let's just, yeah, look at that. Significantly better already. That's already a big improvement. So I think what I want to try now is those like little sort of like empty spots. Let's see if I can do a little bit there. I can sort of like mess with the opacity here, which this looks really cool actually, but it's not quite what I want. Kind of cool, but at the same time it's also the thing that's like weird about this sort of like the thing about like grease pencil, I guess, is that you're always dealing with like individual points, so like erasing stuff is always going to look a little bit weird, I guess. But I guess what I could kind of do, sort of like add some more stuff right here. Sort of like give it the impression of those like little splotches being there. Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's cool, that's cool. Now I think I want to do the same thing for the eyes. I don't know if I want to do the same thing for the glasses too? And I also don't know if I want to do like separate layers for that too. That was a good question. Let's go into smear guides here and then what's this? Erase shift spacebar 2. Wow. Okay. So let's go back here, marker red, back one frame. First eye is here, second eye is here. And they move down to right here is our first eye. Right here. Whoops. Where did I just do that? Oh, the layer is below. Right here. So I'm assuming right about here is right. Yeah. So the lines, whoops, the lines we're drawing are gonna look like this and this. Sort of. So we have smear skin, and then we have, let's make a new one. Smear eyes. Oops, oops. I can disable this here. Honestly, since I'm doing smears. And I guess with this approach, like the way I'm drawing it is also a lot different, so I might even revisit the dust on the floor as well. Okay, back onto, I kind of wish I could look at the materials and like layers at the same time. Nah. Them. Oh, there's a palette. Interesting. Workspace? What's this? Oh god. I don't even know. Let me move this one right here. Okay, so we're on this layer. So let's I think something like this should even be enough. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Dude, this is actually such an upgrade. This is actually kind of incredible. How huge of an upgrade this is. Like as opposed to whatever that shit is. Because I was thinking like, ah, it's just smears. Who cares? It can be messy. No. The messiness must be intentional and deliberate. Otherwise, you're not doing it right. Okay, let's draw some more smear guides here. So, we have finger right here, thumb right here, and the edge of the hand kind of here. But I guess this is honestly even kind of like an arc like this. So this is where that ends up. So this is almost like that. Then we have this red glove right here, which is here and here. And it's gonna have like an upper arc, sort of like this. Whoops. So now back onto here. Let's do basic shape. Oops. See if that works with like this sort of like inversion here. See what that looks like. First of all, fill this out. Wow, my screen is wiggling. I'm realizing also I can add these lines on the other side. I'll make them a bit more subtle here. I think this is not really all that good. The shape was good, but it was too far. It was extending too far beyond where it made sense. And now this is like too regular. And now, smearred is gonna yoink its color from here. And let's use the guide here. Something like that. This is probably too much. Like this frame looks is a little overkill. In fact, I might not even need. I might not need the red at all, because it feels like almost no motion is happening there. Or make it a lot more subtle. I might try, I don't want to get rid of it completely. I think I'm just going to make it a lot more subtle. So I'm just going to, boom, get rid of this here. Oh, wait. And then use this again. And just go. Yeah, I think that's a lot more effective for that. And I think I might even do a similar thing on the other arm. Because I feel like that smear is definitely overkill for what I'm going for. Or like for the motion. It's overkill. Keep looking at the smear guides, but I'm gonna go with a much more subtle one instead. Oops, wrong color. Smear skin, there you go. I don't go too hard on the other side, since this is where most of it comes from. In fact, that might even be too much right here. Let's just do like the tiniest little bit. I need to zoom in a little bit more. Just so I can have the variance of the length and everything. Like that. That one's too long. It looks too symmetrical now. God damn it. Hang on, one small here, and boom, boom. That's better. There we go. We fixed it. Yeah. Oh, dude, look at that. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, it's so much better. Oh my god. Dude, I'm so happy. I'm so happy with myself. Hell yeah. So now, oh, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna need to do the same thing with these here. Oh, what did I just do? Okay, there you go. But the smear is gonna have to be very intense here. So we're gonna use the guides very, very intensely here. So maybe I have to grip my pen correctly. There you go. Let's see. Marker red. So this is. I'm drawing that onto the smears layer. That's not right. So boom, boom. War. Oh, I'm in edit mode. That explains it. Okay, bit of a weird thing is, I guess, is that there's camera motion, which is probably not that big of a deal because regardless of the camera shake, the motion blur is entirely in camera, so it's not gonna track to any physical location. So that's about where the hand was. Oh. I might even just like do like a fake outline for this. See, this is where onion skinning would actually be really helpful. But I would imagine they didn't have anything similar on Arcane. So we have the t-shirt. Oh wait, hang on. Boom, boom. Mal nach Zahlen. So that's the shape of the t-shirt on the previous frame. And we'll probably wanna do like an upward arc sort of thing, if anything. But most of this is gonna connect pretty linearly. Now I'm kind of realizing that like anytime I want to like put a little bit of variation on, oh yeah, anytime I want to put a little bit of variation on like the value or the colors in any way, I have to create a new ass grease pencil material. That's really annoying. That would be a lot easier to do in Krita, for example. I think I'll do this shot with this as it is for now, and then maybe for a future shot I might try out doing it in Krita instead. Since I have, yeah, I already have like this practically as its own rendered thing. So I can make use of that. So like I can import it, I can probably import it into Krita in some way. I hope. That would be something to take a look at. Okay, I'll probably also want to do, yeah, the glove here. And the glove here. Probably doesn't need to be super duper accurate. Something like that. Whoops. And then nothing left for that one. These are some weird ass guides that I've drawn. But for some reason it looks way more professional that way. It's very weird. Okay, so smear black. So I'm gonna call that one smear shirt. And I'm gonna yoink the lighter color from here. And draw it onto here. Whoops. Okay. General shape. Maybe one of these goes like this. Okay, that's probably fine. All right, let's try and fill that in.
I'm with the science team.
The science team? Oh, yes, oh, yes. Oh my god, hi, Miss. Thank you for the raid. Hi, hi. I'm assuming you were doing medj runs? How did those go? I hope you popped the flip off. Some inbounds, hell yeah. Hell yeah, the only good category. Actually, filling it in like this, with these strokes already, is kind of like exactly what I need. Because that already like gives it kind of like these streaks inside. Rusty as fuck. You'll get there, you'll get there. It's just a matter of time. I kind of wish you could like rotate the canvas in Blender. Unfortunately, I have to do it physically with my monitor. Okay, these like lines all look way too consistent. I don't like that. They're like too consistent in length. Can I just kind of like go over a few and just like make them shorter. Yeah, that's already slightly better. Not much, but slightly. Wow. Medju looks so much cooler than Titanfall U, I must say. It's true. I mean, he got like way more drip. Okay, so now the red will be going like this kind of. Probably very linear type of movement. Although, the general direction of movement, the thing that's a little bit weird about this is that these different body parts are like overlapping with each other, but moving in different directions. So I'm not sure if I should keep the like lines in which it's being smeared all in the same direction, or if I should, you know, like to visualize this, should I like draw the lines? Am I tripping right now? Oh wait, that's because I'm like, should I draw the lines like this? Or should I draw them like this? And I think the second option is probably going to look better, even though it's probably not what would be physically accurate at all. But we're making animation here. We're not really worried about what's physically accurate at all. Oopa. This is the I love that I can like sort of like halfway see it on OBS. How goofy this looks. The way I'm drawing on my 45-degree rotated monitor. And then I'd probably want to do something a little bit more subtle on the arm, since that one is going like from here to here, so it's like only sort of like tracing it a little bit. Whoops. Let's see how that one frame looks. It's a little bit tough to see actually without the background. Let's enable that again. Oh hell yeah, dude. Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. Dude. Dude, that's so good. I fixed it. Oh yeah, like it totally works too. Like it does genuinely sort of give the impression that there's like some rotational movement here. Hell yeah. It's nice. Hey Ignatius. Yeah. This is good. This is good. Oopa. Now, yeah, let's disable this again so I can see a little bit more clearly. But yeah, that's totally what we're looking for. I think in this case, yeah, the red is gonna like completely dominate that. Okay, so smear shirt. Whoops. Huh? Let's disable those for now. And then just fill it in a little bit. Now the direction of like the lines is a little bit off. How's it look in motion? It's not too bad. But yeah, I don't. I'm gonna do it again. Because I think that was too much of a curve. That we were seeing there. Yeah, I think it's slightly better. At least in terms of direction. The shape is a little bit worse, honestly. Let's try and fix it a little bit through the direction of the lines here a little bit. Try and keep those mostly horizontal. Oh my god, my screen is creaking as I'm drawing on it. What the hell? I think it's the same issue. Alright, whatever. I don't think I have the time to draw it a third time. So let's just sort of like very roughly lock in the shape here. Let's... Oops. Get rid of a little bit of it here. I think that's good. That works for me quite well, I would say. Now this one, I think I can get away with being very rough here. Oops, wrong color. Okay, now the red. Okay. Looking at my screen at an angle like that is very weird. What I'm a little bit curious about is, do I need the smear for, like, all of these? It definitely looks a little bit odd on this one. Like, the harsh angle change is definitely a little bit weird. Okay, that's better. That's a lot less harsh. I think the last one is going to be very shrimple. Whoops. Yeah. I think I'm just going to do a few basic lines here. Smear on the shirt. Boom, boom. And then right here. Whoops, that's the marker. There you go. Just a tiny bit, just like a hint of a smear that was once there. All right, and then I need to, of course, dupe this and then get rid of it. So it, Yeah, for some reason, I don't know. I wonder if I just have this frame and I just hide these others. Now, I feel like at that point it's missing something. But in some sense, the smear is still a little bit overkill. I think a part of it is that it's on screen for so many frames, and I think a part of it is also that I think I drew too much. Let me get rid of this here, for example. Let's see the background. Oh, I feel like, I guess the background is actually not nearly as intense, I guess you could say. At least the red, the red at least doesn't contrast nearly as much, right? It almost gets lost because the color of the wall in the background is so close to the red itself. Interesting. I feel like I can use this. This is it's not perfect. Like it feels overkill, but also like in a way that I can't really articulate, or like I don't like it still looks a little bit off, but I can't put in like I can neither put into words nor like actually like mentally understand why, if that makes sense. You know how like there's like the skill of your hand and the skill of your brain, right? And I think the skill of my brain on this one is a little bit behind. Because it's like, my brain is able to recognize that this is not quite as good as it could be, but it's not smart enough to recognize what I need to do in order to make it as like the necessary level of good. Which means like I could sit here for like 2 more hours and be like and try a bunch of things completely aimlessly, but I think that's ultimately not gonna be very productive. So I think it's probably smarter to move on from here and just say, this is at the very least a huge improvement to what I had before, which is already very good. Now I think a question is, do I want to update the dust here? I kind of do. Or at least adjust the frames a little bit. Just so like it matches a little bit with the more sketchy style that I have. Like, let's say, whoops. Boom. And dust right here. Hmm. Done. Eh. Yeah, I think I like that. That fits with the sort of like more sketchy aesthetic quite a bit better. So really all I need to do now for this is actually... Yeah, I didn't change anything about the background, I didn't change anything about the character, it's just the 2D FX that I changed. So that means... I'm going to render this out. Going to compositing here. Boom. Shot 6 is correct, I believe. And just, actually, just to be sure, I'll still leave that there, but I don't want to render out every other pass again. At least I don't think I need to. Or what I could do at the 2D effects, I could just plug that directly into here. And then just use that as the, like, that's the only output. So RGBA, float half, I think, yes. And, okay. Okay, bye. Oh no! Oh no, it's doing one of those. Shit. There we go. Now we're back. You're shrimply too cracked at dot. You're too good! Okay, Blender 4.4. Wow! Restarting my computer fixed it. Yay! Okay, let's open this back up again. Let's take a look. So, the output here goes into shot 6, 2DFX. It's called 2DFX underscore with the frame numbers and everything. That should be okay since the whole thing has its own alpha. Compositing. Okay, I have to redo this. That goes here, that goes here, and then we should be chilling. Save this, and render. So now let's look into my rendered footage, intro sequence, shot 6, 2D effects. Yep, it's overwriting it. It's writing it correctly. Hell yeah. Very, very nice. So that's how many frames? 38. Alright, so I think once I have this dropped into my timeline, I think I can probably cut it there for the day. I'm tired. I'm tired. It's late. It's late. And also, the amount of technical difficulties this stream has been, like, way more than usual in such a short, like, span of time, too. This was like a 2.5 hour session, around about. OBS crashed. Blender refused to open. I had to restart my PC. The stream ended twice, basically. That was fucked up. I got full-on trolled by my whole-ass computer in 17 different languages. If it wasn't for this, the ambient rain, I'd be screaming right now. Alright, let's see. It's taking so long on these frames that don't even have anything on them. They're completely blank frames. So in theory, I could skip them actually. Alright, there you go. So, that means I can close Blender. I can close this too, since I don't need to re-import or import any new footage. It should ideally just recognize that the images have changed and load that accordingly. And then after that, we're gonna bed. Alright. Right, so what I'm gonna have to do for sure is adjust the colors of all of this stuff. So I'm gonna, first of all, I'm gonna go through here. So we have this, we have our 2D effects. That is missing its lookup table. FXIO, linear to sRGB. There you go. That is what we were missing on that front. So now what I need to do is basically, I wonder, I reckon I could apply the same lighting information to like, so the same lights from here onto this here. If we're talking about the smears, at least. The question is, how am I gonna do that? Or actually, okay. Yeah, so these have the same base color, so that's good. That's good to see. Now I just need to figure out how am I gonna adjust the colors so that it good. So this is on multiply, this is lighten. Can you do the same thing with a multi-merge? Like if I say, this is the background, it uses that same thing as a mask, and then also this, and then also this. So it merges all of these together. Okay. So this one, I think, this one is, hang on. This one was just a multiply with a blend of 0.48. 0.48. Okay. That's already looking kinda close. Oh, but I guess... Right. Yeah, it's applying the mask to that as well, so I don't want that. Okay, let's use this here. Let's just add another regular merge right here. And so that's going to be the background for that. Or rather, no, this is going to be the background for it, and this is going to be the lighting info for it. Actually, I don't know if that's not going to work, is it? Yeah, that's going to look like that. Probably. Yeah, that looks odd. Yeah, I guess that's a bit of an issue. Or are you still why are you still reaming? Because I haven't finished. I haven't finished yet. I'm not done yet. I'm not done for today. And like the way the compositing is kind of fucking me up a little bit right now, but it's fine. Okay, so that doesn't work because this is effectively like lighting for just the character. So now you got me hella fucked up, actually. Or could I use this? And then also that as the mask? It's like... almost. The colors are definitely better, but like like this, for example, is bad. Yeah, no, this is not it. How do I want to do this? Like the smears, I think, are like super difficult to try and get right. Like, they definitely need to match in color in some way. So it's like, how am I gonna do that? Makes me wonder how they did it for Arcane then. Like, if they drew the 2D effects, if they animated it in Animate based on by using the base color of the character, and then they did it in compositing ultimately. So this is something I also have to do in compositing if I want to like do it kind of like that. Like, I think the most annoying thing is how close this is to everything that I need. Right, this is basically the way I drew it, and basically the way I want it to look in a sense. But it's not. You know, honestly, maybe my brain is a little bit too fried for this right now. I might try and like come back to this tomorrow, because it is late. I think that's probably the best call. Because the thinking part of my brain is not very strong right now. It's very weak. It's very exhausted. Plus, I was on the road for 8 hours today, so yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. And that I'm gonna go ahead and end stream for today. So thank y'all for dropping by. I appreciate y'all. I had a good time. I will see you later. Good night. Bye bye. Bye bye. Good night. Bye bye. Bye bye. Good night. Bye bye. Bye bye. Good night. Bye.